So I did my research paper on firefighters' cancer rates and how to prevent them. Me being a firefighter myself, and my father being one, and just my long family history of firefighters, this is a topic that interested me a lot, and I saw a lot of argument in it, and like also in a way to help prevent stuff and just keep people informed. What it is and why it is important. And how do firefighters get it? Firefighters get it from firefighters going into situations with lots of soot and gases, as in like fires, and the gases are also in as at fires, at car accidents. God's sake, carbon monoxide when there's carbon monoxide at someone's house, or even at the station alone when the rigs are on or were on, and the exhaust fumes are in the air. Why do they get it? It's because soot and the gases have become growing more dangerous. Homes and buildings are being made out of modern materials such as synthetic and plastic rather than natural materials such as wood. These modern materials release lots of chemicals when they are burned. They're not as clean as like old wood houses are. These chemicals become soot and gases when materials burn, and the carcinogens, cancer-causing agents are part of the chemicals that are in this gases, soot, air, and it's just stuff that gets on the firefighters' hands, neck, anywhere facial, and their body, and their gear, in general. Soot should try to be kept off of skin, and that is very contrary to what firefighters do, because I'm the same way. Firefighters look at it and see it as, with soot on your face and your hands all black and your face is all covered in soot and black, as a badge of honor, really. And after a fire, that's just something you see, and they make really good pictures, but in the long term, it causes very bad damage to your body. Equipment such as masks should be kept soot and gases off the firefighter. Though they help keep, but it's not 100% efficient because the firefighters don't keep it on all the time. Like in this picture behind on the slide, it's these guys after 9/11. I love this picture. I support it. I love it so much. But to help prevent that, they should be wearing their SCBA, the air breathing apparatus, during that, like until they get in the rigs to head home, back to the station. They should have it on. Equipment is typically ill-fitting. It's bad, so it does not help. Ill-fitting masks let carcinogens in through the air, and dirty equipment causes carcinogen-containing soot to come in contact with skin again. And again, I can 100% guarantee you, I've been in a fire, I've been in them when they're burning, I've been in them afterwards in overhaul, which is when we clean up. I've been in all that. And it's just fun to play and make things dirty, but in long run, it's not helping at all. It's actually endangering our health so much. The types of cancer. Well, there's 3 common types: leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma. Myeloma, I don't know how to say it, but myeloma. 30 years ago, firefighters were often diagnosed with asbestos-related cancers, which a lot were actually like mold-related and through the smoke, but they weren't as bad because there'd be mold on the wood and it'd go through the smoke. Now it's commonly, like I said, leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma. Leukemia is a cancer of blood cells. Firefighters at a 1.14 times greater risk of getting leukemia through all these calls and the incidents they go to. Lymphoma, cancer that begins in infection, fighting cells of immune system. Firefighters are 1.51% times greater risk. And myeloma is cancer of bone marrow and plasma cells. Firefighters have a 1.53 times greater percent chance of getting it. There are other types. There's many other types, but there'll be more in my essay as to go into it. How to prevent it. How do firefighters protect themselves? When they protecting themselves at work, to reduce exposure to diesel exhaust from the fire apparatus, they open bay doors or go outside or bring the rig outside. Always be cautious or at the fire ground. PPE, which is the fire gear they wear, is in the picture, and as you've seen typical firemen. The SCBA, which is the breathing apparatus they wear, and that's the thing they tell you when you're little. Don't be scared of the mask on their face and the big tank on the back. Don't be. That's the thing that keeps them breathing. It is essential during and after a fire is both. You should keep the PPE on and the SCBA on until you're right before for departure, and that is as soon as as when you get in the rig to go home to the station. That's when you can take it off. Okay. Cleaning off after as soon as possible. Wipe down exposed areas after a fire. Shower after cleanup and clean clothes. When I get home from a fire, we clean off our gear with baby wipes. And then me and my dad, we come home. If my father's not there, just me, I come home. My mother will not let us sit on the couch. She will not let us do anything on the furniture. She makes us take showers right away and change our clothes. She does not let us do anything until we have showers and our clothes are taken off. And that's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It keeps you and your loved ones safe, because the cancer isn't just affecting the firemen, it's affecting their loved ones. And that's what I don't want to see, is seeing my beautiful girlfriend, my mom, my sister, my grandparents, if I go to their house, or my dogs, or my cats. I don't want to see any of that happen, because they're all affected. You need to clean and care for your PPE and SCBA properly. And some companies, like local fire companies like I have, don't have the money to do this, but like bigger companies like New York, Baltimore, Chicago, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, they give firefighters a spare set of gear to wear. Like after a fire, they come back, they clean off their one set, the other set, they can use the other set. Just as good, same set. It's just different. It's different. Like it's just different set, because one's in the gear and one's in the washer and one's not. Personal record of exposure and incidents. You need to keep data of what incidents and what you do there and what all happens and who was all there. And live a healthy lifestyle to reduce the risk of cancer. Good nutrition, physical activity, avoid tobacco and alcohol. Those are all ways to help prevent it. Now, there's no way ever you're going to be 100% safe from getting cancer as a fireman, but we're just trying to prevent it. I'll quote, and I put it in my essay. 30 years ago, firefighters, cancer was the least worried, and they were not worried about cancer as much. Let's make it like that again, and I agree with that. You can't stop it, but you can help prevent it. And a lot of my information and a lot of my reasoning behind this, why I wanted to do this, was because at our fire banquet this year in February, a guy known as Edward Mann, as you see here, has had a lot of training. He teaches this stuff about fireman's cancer. This is his job. He has done so much in his career as a fireman and in the fire field. Now you see there, he was a fire protection specialist in the United States Air Force. But then after that, he became an executive assistant, Senate of Pennsylvania. Then he came back in the fireman's field, and he was the fire commissioner of the state of Pennsylvania for 15 years. He has given so much. And he has helped me, and he has even helped me personally by emailing him and calling him and texting him to help me with this project. And I just hope after this and after all these researches and all these studies are done, that a lot of the firemen and firewomen, brothers and sisters, all can go home safe and keep their families safe along with it. Thank you. That is my presentation on firemen's cancer rates and how it is affecting everyone and how to prevent it.